What's that? An authentication error has occurred. Function requested is not supported. Remote computer work home service, that's where I'm connected, I hope. This could be due to CRED SPP encryption Oracle access. That's strange. It was working yesterday when I was using this. What's going on? Let me click on that link there, see what we get. Well, hi everybody, welcome to my latest video. This one happens to be a Windows brief. It could also be a security brief, considering what the content of it is, but I decided let's make it a Windows brief. That scenario you just saw was actually a reenactment of a real event that occurred in the last couple of days with a relative of mine who obviously is working from home these days and suddenly came in one morning and their VPN no longer worked. So, trying to diagnose it, well, obviously work's not getting done, so what I recommended, which is something that Microsoft puts into Windows, and Windows 10 in particular, the idea of going back to a restore point. So that's what I'm going to show in this video, how to go back to a restore point and how that can help you. But there's more to it than just going back to the restore point, especially when it comes to automatic updates that might come from Microsoft. So let me show you how that's done. Okay, this is what I got when clicking the link. Let's see if this, what this says here. Encryption Oracle remediation. Has something to do with encryption, huh? Well, it's just telling me about the patch itself. It's not telling me much else. Let me just go ahead and do a Google on the actual error that I got and see if that helps at all. Type in this actual error from the error message. Oh, here it is. Let's see what we got. Here's one. Looks like the same error. It's a Microsoft site. That's nice and safe. Okay, what do we got here? Wow, this is a pretty serious patch. It's actually meant to correct a pretty serious error in the virtual machine of remote server. We don't want to have any problems at RDP. That's why this was fixed. What are they suggesting here? Well, they're suggesting a resolution. Okay, let's see this. I guess that's to actually try to resolve it through Azure. I don't have access to that, so here's a workaround. Scenario 1. Oh, it does say, warning, after you make the following changes, unsecure connection is allowed that will expose the remote server to attacks. Whoa, this is not something you want to leave in place too long, but let's see what they say. What? Change the registry here? Is that what they're recommending? Well, I'm not going to do that. That's way too risky. If I just make a typo on it, that would be a problem. So, in fact, they even say it. Back up your registry and make sure that you don't make an error in here somewhere. Let's skip that for now. And what I'll do instead is I'm going to just go ahead and restore it. I'm going to go to the last restore point. I have that enabled on my PC. I even increased the amount of space that it can use for that. So let me do that next. Okay, so let's make sure we're in as an administrator. Pretty sure I am. Yep. David under admin. The quickest way to find restore points, they buried it in there, is just to go down to the type in search area in the bottom and type in restore point. It usually pops up pretty quickly. Create, it's going to say create, but that's not what we're doing in this case. This is where you come, and this is the button you press to enable and configure restore points if it has not already done so on your PC. So if we go into System Restore, this button here, and we click Next, and we have a manually created restore point that was just a couple of days ago. Let's click on that, click on Next. It's going to replace basically most of Windows with restoring this. It stores all critical files. I think there's some of it that it doesn't need to. Definitely doesn't overwrite your user files, but I think it replaces everything else with this restore point. So let's say finish and let's see what happened. This is going to take a while, so I'll probably zoom ahead. Okay, it's preparing. So it actually went down to the base command prompt with Windows not running or to restore this restore point. Well, looks like it's booting back up again. Hopefully we're fully restored at this point. Looks like it booted a second time even. Okay, it looks like we're back up again. Let's see if I can get into the VPN now. Should automatically try at least when we start up. System restore completed. And great, the VPN connection is back up again, so that worked. Okay, there's only one last thing we need to do here. Click that out. We need to make sure that the update doesn't come down again. Hopefully either the VPN software gets fixed or server end gets rebooted and updated properly. I mean, it's probably any one of those things that has to be done, but until then, I don't want this to bring that update back. So very quickly, I've got to go and turn off the automatic updates. So the easiest way is to go into services.msc, and this controls all of the Windows services, so I can actually change the way it's controlled. And if I go down to the one that says Windows Update, it's running. You double click on this little under Startup Type, and I want to change it from the manual to disabled completely, and then I apply that. So now it should be completely disabled, that service, and that way I will not get any more updates. It won't automatically try to update and put that bad patch. It's not a bad patch, it's just that the patch conflicts, it looks like, with the VPN software. So hopefully the simplest thing to do is to have the server end updated. Maybe it just rebooted even, you never know. If it has automatic updates as well, it just may need to be rebooted. Or they may have to wait for the VPN vendor to provide us with a fixed version of it. Well, that takes care of that. I was able to back things up, basically go back to a previous restore point and fix this problem. And as I said earlier, this really happened in the last couple of days. And doing this also resolved the real problem. So if you got something out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. It'll not only help this channel grow, but it'll help you get updates on future security and or Windows or any other types of videos that I have produced that you may find helpful. Just click on the little head here, follow along, and subscribe. You don't have to pick receiving alerts, just subscribe. It'll help both of us. Well, until the next time, take care.